All praise, honor, and glory to the Most High. Who that? 386. Who that? Say again.
I say this brother Ayalawan. Shalom, my brother Brian.
Ayala Wan. Shalom, Mark. Hold
Shalom.
on real quick.
The conference is now in presentation mode. Call recording is on.
Presentation mode. How you doing, man? You there? Hold up real quick. All right, Shalom, you there? Oh, it's muted. My fault. Okay. You still there, Op?
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear
you. Can hear me now?
Yeah.
Come.
Yeah.
Shalom. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How you been?
I've been blessed. You know. We enduring in the tribulation. We trying times right now, you know.
Yeah. Is it trying for you for real, my brother?
Of course.
Yeah.
But you know, we know how to endure. We know how to endure when we got faith and love, you know what I'm talking about?
That's right.
So it don't matter what the situation is, we always gonna overcome.
You know? Absolutely. We already overcame. You know, we just playing it out.
So we always focus on the triumph.
Yeah, it's like watching a movie you already seen before.
Right.
You know, and
that's exactly what it's like.
We always been all right, haven't we?
So we know how it's gonna end.
Yeah. And we talking right now. We talking right now. When it was a time in the past, we didn't think we were about to be talking to nobody. Thought that was
for real.
Thought that was it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Still kicking and ticking.
Yeah. Still.
No.
What they say, just keep breathing.
Mm-hmm. Still breathing and ain't leaving.
That's right.
You know?
Not to the Most High calling.
Right. They say we be having work to do. Things like that. So, what is that work?
The Most High's work.
That's right. And it's always for somebody else, ain't it? Yeah, we gotta do things. We gotta go get somebody or something. We gotta go help somebody. It's always about somebody else. So how could we not see that this whole life, this whole existence is about your neighbor?
Exactly. Because get this, your neighbor is you.
Yeah. One day.
Cause you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta treat him. You gotta treat him like you, cause he is you. You know?
Yeah. Cause
you think about it, if you look into the eyes of any other person in this world, if you look deep into their eyes, you don't see them, you see you.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more.
So that's so with that, that's just it's like when you look at the things that Christ talk about, okay, you know, how you supposed to treat your neighbors, right? You're supposed to treat them like you would treat yourself, right? But why is this?
Mm-hmm.
Because we all connected. We all connected, especially us being in Christ. Because he said, abide in me and I abide in you. So what he telling us there?
Yeah.
That we in him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then who's your mother, who's your brother, who's your sister, who's your father?
Right.
None but them that do the will of the Most High.
Them to do the will of my Father.
So, so not only is they your sister, your brother, your mother, your father, but they're you.
Right. You know, absolutely. I was talking to this one brother, man. He said, he said, are you and I touching right now? And I had to think about it. And something told me, don't answer. Right? So I was like, I don't know. I was like, you tell me. He was like, are we touching the earth?
God.
I was like, wow. He said, if I'm touching the earth and you touching the earth and the earth is touching both of us, we are connected. We are touching.
Yep.
I said, okay.
Yeah.
I said, okay, that's deep. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay. He was like, we touching right now. And he was saying that to say that, you know what I'm saying, we are one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, all of us on this
That's
earth.
why I say, if you look at...
My fault, go ahead.
Go ahead up.
No, you had it.
No, go ahead.
I wasn't saying nothing.
No, I was just saying. Yeah, I was just saying, like I see everything spiritual, you know. Everything is spirit. Everything is in spirit.
Yeah.
You know, even in science they tell you that everything, the physical reality of everything is only 1% of reality.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you think about it, where does everything come from? Everything visible comes from the invisible.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is a thought.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
That's made manifest by a word.
Yes. Hebrews 11.
If you think about how the Most High created everything. Yeah. There it is. There it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go to that. Hebrews 11 from the top. Hebrews 11 from the top tells us, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For by it elders obtain a good report. 3. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of God, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. Right? By faith, Abel offered unto the Most High a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous. The Most High, testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speaketh. So by his work, even though he's dead, he still speaks. 5. By faith Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found, because the Most High had translated him. For before his translation, he had this testimony, that he pleased the Most High. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. 7. By faith Noah, being warned of the Most High of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepare an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world, and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith. By faith, 8. By faith Abraham, when he was called to go into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, obeyed, and he went out, not knowing whither he went. 9. By faith the sojourned in the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. For he looked for a city which has foundation, whose builder and maker is the Most High. Through faith also Sarah herself received strength to conceive seed, and was delivered of a child when she was past age, because she judged him faithfully who had promised. Therefore sprang there even of one, and him as good as dead, so many as the stars of the sky in multitude, and as the sand which is by the seashore innumerable. These all died in faith. 13. Not having received promises, but having seen them afar off, and were persuaded of them, and embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth. We're going to freeze it right there. Because how can you embrace, right? What having seen afar off? You seen it afar off, and were persuaded of them, and embraced them. That's crazy. You seen it afar off, and then you embraced it. That's faith that brought that to you, right? So I wanna expound on this a little bit. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for. Substance is tangible, right? If it's if it's substance, that means you holding it in your hand. But faith is the substance of things hoped for. When you hope for something, that's what faith is made out of. It's the substance of that. Right? So if it's hoped for, it ain't tangible. but it's tangible to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's actual substance to you, and you hoping for it, right? The evidence, the evidence of things not seen. How? How do you have evidence, but it's not seen? That's the thing. Exhibit A, right? They hold up the piece of plastic. This is Exhibit A, and
Mm-hmm.
that's your evidence, right? Imagine them holding up a bag, ain't nothing in it, right?
Right.
This is
It looks
Exhibit
crazy
A,
to everybody else, but you know what?
right? This is Exhibit A. Like, sir, there's nothing in that bag. Yes, it is. You see, it's right here. Sir, that's an empty bag. No, this is Exhibit A, right here. This is my faith. You'll be a lunatic, right? We don't walk by. We don't walk by sight. It's something in this bag. I guarantee you. Everything I need is in this little bag right here. No, there's nothing but a piece of paper in there that says Exhibit A on it. Yes, Exhibit A, Exhibit A. Right? 2, for by it the elders obtained a good report. Right? The elders, right? The aged, the salt and pepper haired, the white headed, right? They obtained a good report, but they're old. They're elders. So, man, we can last. Cause they're up in age and they still have a good report. But when we look in the earth, all we see is everybody saying how they can't do it. Sure, you can do it. Because the elders obtained a good report, right? By faith. That means it was times that they didn't have nothing, right? But some future thought of theirs. Right now, we ain't got nothing. Right now, we should be throwing the towel in and giving up. But nah, by faith, right? The elders obtained a good report. They kept going. Even when they looked like they didn't have a reason to, right? That's that empty bag again. Ain't nothing in that bag, sir. Yes, it is. My faith. My faith is in this empty plastic bag here. This is Exhibit A, right? This is the evidence of things not seen. Verse 3, through faith, we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. They're made by things that don't appear. Where's the Most High at? He ain't walking around the earth. You know? And people be like, man, where's God? Where's God at? You know? He's not here. He made this place.
Right.
What he gonna create? Would you make a box and climb in it? He's bigger than the earth, right? He has ways to visit us and things like that, you know, but yeah. Nah, he's not here. Right? He created this place. You know? But yeah, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. So they come from an invisible place. It's the same way how we can think something up and then we start moving our hands and creating. And that's how something comes out of nothing. And this world came the same way. Right? 4. By faith Abel offered unto the Most High a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous, the Most High testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speaketh. Because this story is still being told, even though Abel is gone. The Most High stood on what Abel brought forth, right? That's when he was testifying of his gifts, right? And it was righteous. By faith, Enoch was translated. So his faith is what got him translated to see all of those worlds, right? That he should not see death. He did this without dying. He didn't even die. And he saw these other worlds, right? And was not found because the Most High had translated him. For before his translation, he had this testimony. His testimony, y'all. Yikes. You know? His testimony. His testimony of faith got him translated. He was in and out of the earth. And then eventually he just stayed gone. Right? So, yeah. Real life, y'all. It can be done. If you believe it, if you believe it enough, it can be done. Ask me how I know. Right? That he pleased God. Right? Here go the golden verse, and we're going to stop here. 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. You can't please the Most High. How you gonna believe? How you gonna please the Most High unless you believe the Most High? Right? And to the extent that you believe in him, that's gonna determine how you move on earth, what kind of life you live, what's able to touch you or not, and all of that. It's all in your faith. Right? If the Most High is all powerful, depending on how well you're able to tap into him who is all powerful, you get a chunk of that power. Right? So there's an amount of the Most High that you can hold for yourself. It's gonna offend people. It's gonna offend folks, man. Because he's powerful and his word is powerful, right? And it be looking like a lot for our mouth sometimes. And it's like they gotta snap their neck back. And it's like, who does this guy think he is? Nah, he got that quivering spirit of the Most High in his torso. Y'all might not understand that, right? Some people, not y'all here, y'all are cool. But some people may not understand that when they see that fury of the Most High. Right? Yes. What is it? Isaiah 51:20? They are full of the fury of the Lord. Yeah, that's what that is. It's offensive to people. You know? For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is. And we're going to talk about that. You know, we're going to have a detailed discussion on that, Father willing, one of these days. You know, we got to believe that he is. And if we believe that he is, to what extent do we believe that he is? Is he watching your every move? Some people just call him when they need him. For some people, he's always there. Right? And that's the fear of the Most High. If you ain't scared of the Most High, there's nothing to stop you from doing anything you want to do. Gotta believe that he is. Right? And that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. He is a rewarder. Whatever you put into him, or should I say, the more you put into him, the more you're going to get out of him. Right? You can put enough in the Most High to where, man, it's unreal. People are looking at you like, come on, man. You know, I'm a witness to that. Come on, man. You got to be kidding me. They call you an extremist. He's a religious extremist. But think about it for real, though, y'all. Where all of this stuff come from? You ever look up in the sky? That sun shining in the daytime. Then you level your eyes to the ground you standing on. You got dirt and bushes and trees and birds and people walking around. And it's like, man, where did this stuff come from? How? You know what I'm saying? Where did this stuff come from? If there's no God, where this stuff came from? Yeah. Let's see. Oh, let me see. Let me mute this. Thought I heard something being doubled. Yeah, I wanted to pull that out. You still there, Ayala?
I'm still here. I was letting you roll with it.
Praise.
I did want to point out something with where it talks about diligently seek him. Like if you get that in the Strongs, that's G1567 to search out. That is figuratively investigate, crave, demand, worship, acquire, seek after, carefully, diligently.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's not just, oh, I'm going to look, check over there. You know, I'm going to look over there. I'm going to look over there. Mm-hmm. You know, that's turning over rocks. You know, you running through every draw. You going through every draw. You ripping out stuff. You tearing up the whole house, flipping it upside down, searching mm-hmm. for them. You know, you turning your whole life upside down to find them. You know what I'm saying? It's not a let me peek around the corner and see if he's there. You know, you diligently seeking him. So this is like a constant thing. This is like in every ounce of your being, you're seeking him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's where the reward comes from. It comes in the fulfillment, in the act of seeking him.
Come on. Yeah. I'm with you. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
And I know sometimes we get distracted, with Satan little playground out here, with all these, bells and whistles going on around us. We get distracted and we forget that we're seeking. We forget that we're in the process of seeking, because this is a constant thing. This is supposed to be, when you're diligently seeking something, that's constant. That's constant. You're always doing it. But society has us distracted: job, work, paying bills, all of the things that's going on in society gets us distracted sometimes. It tires us out because it forces us to diligently seek something else. You see? And then we get distracted from what we really supposed to be diligently seeking, because now we're diligently seeking out how we're gonna pay these bills. We're diligently seeking out how we're gonna make ends meet, or how we're gonna do this, right? And how we're gonna do that. And then the little time and then the little leeway that we get, we forget, the Most High providing that for us. But we get caught up in trying to make it happen, that we forget that He make it happen for us. And then once it happens, now we feel like, we made it happen. Now we can chill. Now we're focusing on leisure, and we forget. We supposed to go back to diligently seeking Him, but we're not doing that. We're going back, distracting ourselves from the hunt in the daily grind. Now we want to distract our mind from that with something else.
Con. Yeah.
So sometimes we get lost.
Yeah. I could dig it. But it's easy to find yourself, because he is that anchor, right? Malachi 3:6. Right? He's always there. He don't go too far. His ordinances are there, and that's how we reach Him. We reach Him through the things He asked us to do. Every time He's talking about being back with us, He's like, keep my law. Return to my law. That's the things. Those are the things He told us to do. Right? So, man, how can we expect anything if we don't do what He's telling us to do? That's how you get your Father's attention. That's how my kids get my attention. Once I told them to do something so many times and they still ain't done it, I'm turning the water off. And in order for me, if they want me to pay attention again, what they gonna have to do? I don't care what you saying. I don't care what you doing. If it ain't what I asked you to do, then I'm not paying you no attention. None. Nope. You ain't gonna beat me. You ain't gonna outlast me. I'm gonna outlast you. You're gonna need me before I need you. But dad, nothing. What I tell you to do. I'm done talking. I ain't talking about it no more, right? And you see, they're gonna break down and they gonna go on and get some elbow grease moving. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now I'm listening. And man, that Sabbath is coming around, right? That's how you could talk all that junk all week. He waiting for that Sabbath, and he like, what you gonna do? You know, he gonna know by how well you keep this Sabbath if you meant what you were saying Thursday and Wednesday and back Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? It's coming around. You're gonna be able to prove.
Mhm.
You're gonna have a shot to prove yourself at the end of every week. You know, and it starts there. You know, but
Mhm.
yeah, he's the living God. He is living. He is alive, y'all, and he'll show you. You know, diligently seek him. That means you're talking to him and you mean it, and you're throughout your day. Uh, you hunker down on this, right? You're asking him questions. You know, that has a lot to do with it too. What you're able to say to him in prayer, you can pray for that. You can pray for the right words. Father, show me how to talk to you, right? Because he's listening, you know, and he's opportunity like anything else in the earth. You know, if you know how to jump on an opportunity, you know you can pull something out of nothing. Just by opportunity. He's open for that.
Mhm.
His ear is open. Ain't nothing wrong with gaming the Father. You can game a higher, right? But you gotta be sincere. You gotta speak out your mouth and you gotta mean it with all your soul, and then you gotta prove it. And then you can sweet talk our Father, and He's listening, and He will become close to you. Ask me how I know. Or look at David. David did it. Oh, David, over 150 chapters, he was just he was just talking to the Most High.
God.
By the end of Psalms, man, David had the Most High. Israel became the house of David.
Right. Right.
The house of David now. Right. Talking about Christ now is about to come through the seed of David. Who is this David? Right. Yeah, read them Psalms. He was pouring his heart out. He did some messing up too.
Mhm.
He did some messing up. He wasn't perfect. You know, he lusted after a woman, got his boy killed, all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But he definitely seeked him. So
Diligently sought him.
and that shows the Most High's mercy too.
Mm-hmm.
In the way he rewards us. You know, yeah, he did wrong, but he showed him mercy and grace because David stayed after his heart.
Mm-hmm.
And he constantly seeked him. He knew he was wrong, and he told the Most High he was wrong. He repented,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But
Absolutely.
he never stopped. He never stopped seeking him. He never stopped. He never stopped talking to him. He stayed connected to him. Even in his wrongdoing, he stayed connected to him.
Right.
You know, and I think sometimes we hide when we know we did something wrong or something. We hide,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and we give him the silent treatment like he did something wrong.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but we gotta stay in him. You know, stay connected.
Yeah. I call that the fig leaf. Trying to hide. Trying to hide your dirt. Nah.
Right.
Repent for that.
Can't hide.
Mm-hmm. Move that fig leaf. right? Trying to hide. You know? Yeah, we good for that.
Like he can't see you.
Yeah, he could see it. He could see us. We look goofy. You know, it's another meme. It got a cat trying to hide behind a thin tree. It's like, you know,
Right.
his body coming out of
Trying to
both.
hide behind Pagan.
Yeah, his body coming off of both sides of the tree. Like you can't hide from the Most High. You know,
Right.
he's in our head. He hear us talking to ourselves. He hear that conscience voice.
God.
Right? Yeah. Yep. LaShawn Perry. Brother Op Perry. Elder Perry. Shalom Op. Ricardo Gonzalez. Michael Corbett. Right? Harold Draper. Sister Yapat Judah. Sister Gigi Jones. Right? Shalom, my sister. Ashara is in the building. Faithfully. Right? Stephanie Hodge. Cruising. Where you been, Cruising? Right? Shalom, family. We'll catch the replay tomorrow. All praise to the Most High. Enjoy your evening. Right? Who else we got in here? Out of car. That's Erica, right? If your name is Eric or Erica, your name is patient, right? All praises to the Most High. Angela Harrison. Shalom family. Man, we in here, ain't it? Right? All praises to the Most High. You got anything else for us, Akia?
Nah, that's it. That's it. It was good talk.
All
May
praise.
the Most High bless you and keep you. Bless you and keep your family as well. Shalom to all the family out there.
All praises to the Most High. That's Florida, y'all, in the building. Thanks, Ak, for chiming in and letting us hear your voice one time. We be in touch.
All praises.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. 770, you're live. You're live.
Shalom.
Uh-oh. We got action. Say again.
I said shalom, brother.
Shalom, sister.
This is Gigi.
Sister Gigi. Shalom. Always wanted to get a word with you real quick. You know what I'm saying? All praises to the Most High. The water for rescuing. The water for rescuing my ox.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah.
All praises. I'm grateful that he was able to rescue me as well.
All praises to the Most High. It's a beautiful thing.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason, I feel like this is the one that the Most High had his thumb on, right?
Right.
I think
This is.
I think this is the one that the Most High, you know, graced with His presence.
Praises.
I think this is the real
I'm
one
here.
right here.
I'm here for it. All praises, I tell you.
Con. When that wedding?
The wedding is March 28th, 2026.
March 28th, 2026.
Yes.
I can't wait. I'm marrying y'all, right?
I'm excited. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
All praise it to the Most High.
I can't wait either.
I can't wait. Yeah, it's gonna be blessed.
Oh yes, indeed it is. We're working.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to make sure that all things are in order, and then we are led.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
So, we do have our own little Bible studies and trying to understand a lot of things on our own.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing that we kind of go not back and forth with, but just trying to figure out is birthdays.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and I was confused more so on celebrating birthdays and trying to understand, is it wrong for us to do?
I would say it is, because if you ever question anything, search the origin. Right?
Right.
Sometimes
he does that a lot.
Sometimes even if it's Hebrew, get the Most High's take on it. What did the Most High say? You know, how did it come about? You know, what was the discussion when it came about? You know, and then look at the history of it. Has it done more bad than good, or vice versa? And that's what I'm looking at with birthdays. You know how many people die on their birthday? Oh man, they gonna take the extra drinks on their birthday. They're gonna do all of this courageous stuff that they wouldn't have done if it wasn't their birthday. Right?
Right.
And then it's a whole spirit that comes. It's self-worship. You wake up in the morning, this day is my day, and nobody better tell me no, right? It's like you're the Most High for that day, right?
Right.
It's my party, and I cry if I want to, and you know what I'm saying? Man, it's a whole, it's a whole thing. You want to pout. Everybody then came together for you. You want to sit at the table with your lip poked out because you didn't get your way. Like, man, the whole world been revolving around you today. And you can bet that that's a nasty spirit right there. And it's teaching us how to worship ourselves. You know, let alone, it being in the satanic Bible as their highest day.
Right.
Who made this day? Who were the first people to celebrate a birthday? Because it wasn't no Hebrews. It wasn't us. This stuff was going on in other parts of the world. This stuff wasn't going on in the Holy Land, or in Jerusalem, or in Samaria, or in Jeshurun, or nowhere. This stuff come from straight pagans, man, and they did it, you know, with all of their wild customs and things like that. You know, it was a whole lot going down. You know, when they started doing this, you know, these birthdays, you know, but that's what I'm looking at, the origin, who started this and what comes out of this. It's a horrible day, you know. A lot of people die around their birthday. You know, the origin of it is wicked. It comes from the pagan people, right? Should you know how old you are? Yes. But man, that's a whole nother thing. This ain't even no real year. We know Daniel 7:25, right? They will think to change times and laws. So we don't even, nobody knows how old they are because we don't know how to keep a year.
Right.
Right? We don't know what these days is doing, right? And we know who loves sixes. We know who love these sixes.
Right, fine, you're right.
How many minutes is in an hour? That they say 60.
Okay, 60 minutes.
How many seconds make a minute?
We got the 60.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How many hours in a day?
I guess it's supposed to be 24.
What's half of that? What's half of 24? 12, right? Now what's half? Now what's half of 12?
6.
They got us keeping time in sixes. They got us keeping time in sixes. We're not supposed to be keeping time in sixes.
Right.
He made it fashion to him. Right? See that? So that ain't even the real time. We don't know how old we are. This ain't no real year.
Wow.
Right? We gonna have to count. We gonna have to start from the beginning of our life and calculate how old we are. We don't even know how old we are. Because this ain't no real year. That's lost. Right? So we're gonna have to come off of his time. You know? So it's cool though. You know, we can keep on counting, you know, our 364-day year. But somebody gonna have to do the math going all the way back and all of that. You know, it's all scrambled. Everything is scrambled. You know, so
Wow.
yeah, but yeah, the Most High, He gonna whip everything into shape. You know, I don't know. I guess we keep doing this year that we doing to the best of our ability, you know, and keep adding another year onto our life that way.
Right.
You know, but keep in mind it's incorrect and it's gonna change one day. We see through a glass darkly, right? Yeah. Yeah. All praises to the Most High. But what you like to do for birthdays? How are you keeping it?
Well, there was no set way. I just wanted to know, like, if I'm not celebrating myself and someone wants to celebrate that day for me, or with me, wrong thing to do, or how is that? But normally, I mean, if it's just another day for me,
Mm-hmm.
I just I carry on the same way I do each and every day. It's just another day. I never really celebrated myself in that way. I'm always, uplifting others. That's just who I am.
Right. That's what I've been doing since I've been in the truth. On my birthday, I do stuff for other people.
Right.
Let me serve, you know.
Right. Absolutely.
Let me serve extra hard on this day, you know. Now, I was just asking because, some people don't do much on that day. Some people, they do a lot on that day. They still, they still on these
Right.
birthdays tough, and they be ready to fight about the birthdays. They be ready to, man, you know. Uh,
No.
that that
Not me. I mean, I've seen it, but not for me.
yeah,
I'm simple.
man,
I'm simple. Always been simple.
they incapable of stopping. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Yeah, it is a big deal. Some people they choose the whole month for it to be about them, and I get that part. I get it. I get where that comes from. I just wanted to make sure that I understood,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a better understanding now, which I greatly appreciate that.
All praise to the Most High. You know,
Indeed.
yeah, uh, we gotta stop a lot of things, and some of this stuff we get stuck on, and that's understandable, But
Right.
and that's an easy one right there because that's a day that it's like about you, and we feel like we don't get enough. We feel like we don't get enough respect in the world and things like this. So,
Right.
man, you
I
know,
agree.
your your birthday was like one of them only days, Christmas, things like this, people. It's hard for people to sacrifice that when it seemed like you're getting something on that day when you used to not really getting much. So it's like, man, this is all I got. You trying to take that, But yeah, they love them birthdays. Okay, we can't say birthdays. We can't keep the we can't celebrate it. Okay, all right. And then they'd be like, okay, happy born day. Happy born day or
Right.
happy Earth Day.
Right. Right. Right.
But I didn't say birthday. Born day, that's what's the difference? Happy Earth Day. You know?
Mhm.
Crazy, But
Right. I see it all.
yeah, they go hard.
Yeah, I just want an understanding on it. Oh yeah, yeah. And it's not a big deal for me. I wanted to make sure I had understanding as far as we went over. Like I said, he does a lot of Iowa one does a lot of researching on origin
Yeah.
to get me to understand certain things. My father, he is a pastor, and I was raised in the church. So a lot of the stuff, and I came into the truth in 2011, all by myself, which I was kind of outcasted, but not by my father. My father, he still understood. I did my own research to find out certain things, and I always had questions, and I used to get beat. My mom would tear me up, and she would say before we would go to Bible study and Sunday school or anywhere, don't get in here asking all them questions, because I want to get it and I want to go home. But me, I was always inquisitive. I wanted to know. Like, that didn't make sense to me, so I need to find out why. Because I was always in the Bible. I just needed to know. Like, none of that matches up with what I think it's supposed to. So I had questions, and yeah, it was not easy. It wasn't easy for me, but I would sacrifice that each and every week, because I'm going to ask questions if it does not line up with what I think it's supposed to. Or I read on something and I need some more clarity. And I get in there and I raise my hand, and honey, it is crazy. My mom cuts her eye, and then I either get that pinch while I'm sitting there, or I get my foot so up.
Yeah.
Like, I'm ready to go home, and you asking all these questions.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've always been that kid to just go against the grain to find out why this doesn't make sense.
That's a spirit.
Yeah, I have questions. Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's definitely that's you're preparing for something. You know that you're not asking them questions just to be asking no questions. You loading your clip up, and then one day you just start shooting.
Right. Oh yeah.
You know, that's a special kind of soul that wants to know. You know,
right.
that seeks and inquires. You're preparing for something.
Right.
Everybody else in the room, they was sitting there. They didn't have a care in the world. They sitting there, you know, they absent because they ain't preparing for nothing on that particular day. You know, they ain't ready to step into, you know, life. But a youngster that's asking questions, man, anybody that's asking questions, man, there's some people old right now that still ain't asked no question. Just give me a beer, you know. Give me this, give me that.
Right.
My little things that I like every day. My meal, my favorite meal. Right? Some type of a companion. And they ain't gonna ask they still ain't asking no question. 50 something years old, 60. It's crazy.
Absolutely.
Ain't preparing for nothing. Right? But
not at all.
Yeah, there's some other people in this earth though that life was meant to mean more to them. And I believe that these are the people that the Most High, you know, called. You know, so yeah, all praises to the Most High. You got anything else?
Praise.
You got anything else, sis?
No, not tonight.
All praises. All right, nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you as well, brother.
Yeah, we'll be in touch. I'm gonna hit y'all up soon. We'll be talking and things like that.
Absolutely.
Thanks for calling in and chiming in, and you know,
always
letting us hear some of that testimony and all that. And man, praise the Most High for y'all. You know.
The water.
Yeah. Talk to you later.
Alrighty.
All right. Shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah, all praises to the Most High. Always blessed to hear the fam's voice out there. You know, uh, y'all call in. See, we got a few of y'all on. You know, we just chilling for the night. I got a few videos that I did want to look at. Let me see. Let's see here. You know, pull one of these videos out that I was looking at. Some health stuff. All right. Some other stuff I was looking at. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. That's sad right there. Yeah, I'm going to bring that out too. Absolutely. Let me see. Bang.
All right. So we're gonna measure this seeded watermelon. We're gonna put it on the right. I'm about to show you that fruit do have a lot of energy in it. So we're gonna measure this in DC voltage, right? So just to give you a point of reference, we're gonna measure this battery and show you what it's supposed to measure. It's supposed to measure 1.5. So it's measuring at 1.47. This is a battery. So our bodies is like a battery, an alkaline battery. So we're gonna measure this grape. It's gonna measure a lot lower, but it will measure. It's at 7, 9. See, that's high. That's one seeded grape. Measuring that high. All right. So we're gonna measure this seeded watermelon. We're gonna put it on the rind. We're gonna put it in here. So it jumps around, but it does measure with energy. It jumps around, but this is the energy that's going into your body. And we use fructose to burn. We burn fructose out of these fruits. So we're electric beings, so we have to eat electric food. These foods are literally electrical. You see it measuring on the tube. So if you put this on some meat or something like that, it's not going to measure nothing. So when you ask, why do we eat seeded fruit? Why do we eat fruit? Because it has the highest level of electrical energy to put in our body. That's why we eat it. That's why I go so hard on fruit. I don't go hard on vegetables because the energy ain't the same. Fruit is the best, period. Show them again.
It's the best diet.
Look at that. That seeded grape higher than the watermelon. One seeded grape. Put it back on there.
Bring your needles closer. and it'll measure higher. Right. Fruit, fam. That's the highest. It's the highest diet. It's above vegetables, right? Fruit. And they'll tell you to watch out for sugar in fruit. Yeah, if it's spliced and GMO and things like this, got that fake sugar in it. You know, it got the stuff that break down into the white granulated sugar. Yeah, you got to watch out for that. But if it's organic and non-GMO, that's a different type of sugar, right? And it actually heals you. It actually heals diabetes, right? Yeah. So they'll tell you to watch out for sugar. Don't eat fruit because it got a lot of sugar in it. This is off. This is off information. You know, of course, I say it all the time. Everything with that white granulated sugar, it's a trap. You know, that stuff ain't growing organically in anything. That white granulated sugar is lab made. Right? It didn't start out growing in nothing. Or these scriptures will be telling us about diabetes by name. Diabetes is new, right? Didn't exist at the turn of this century. It came along 50s somewhere, something like that, right? And that's when they started giving us this fake sugar. And that's that wizard. I got this new thing. It's called ice cream. It's delicious, right? Taste it, right? That sugar in there, it was getting ready to put a whole lot of people down. Pop. Soda pop, right? Oh, he brings this great new invention, right? And if you're not careful, if you're not careful, you be done threw your whole life away with this new invention he has because it's just that great, right? Oh my goodness. Man, this bubbling soda is just so delicious right now. We got people, man, they wake up and go to sleep to Coke. He didn't tell you, you know, that acid content and that sugar and that stuff is high. It's high in sodium also. And it's not sea salt. You know, it's the table salt. Look at the sodium content on the soda next time you're somewhere where you could peep one of them labels out. That stuff is high in everything. Right? Yeah, but he introduced it as a new great thing, right? And oh, when you took a taste, oh, this is delicious. What? It was a setup, right? And that's when we start dying off, right? Back in them 50s, oh man, that's when grandmama's ankles swelled up. You know what I'm saying? It's when you got that It's when you got that lady, that big Judite lady with the dress. It's when you got her. They put her on Tom and Jerry. Boy, get it, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? She be yelling. She got that broom. She be trying to sweep Tom. They just show her ankles in her dress. You know? Remind me of that lady from the Wiz. The don't nobody bring me no bad news lady. Don't nobody bring me no bad news. You know what I'm saying? That's when she came. The church lady. They say it ain't over to the fat lady singing all of that. She's everywhere. Right? But that's how we got her. Them candy yams. And they dumped a bucket of sugar in those, right? Man, it was death. It was death to our people, man. Right? Yeah, it's time to come up off of that. It's time to throw that whole diet in the trash. That ain't soul food. That's flesh food. Right? Yeah. What was that? Real quick, y'all. Hold up. Maya, get in here. Come on. Get in here. Come on, big girl. Hey, get in here. Sounded like a 12 gauge out there. I had to go peep the perimeter real quick. Yeah, death food, Miss Angel. Soul food. Oh, they wanted to even reel us in with the name. Eat this, right? Anything they call soul. Mm. Ricardo Gonzalez says our grocery store here in Texas, right? HEB makes a lot of their own product that says bioengineered on their labels. It's on most of their products. Yeah, bioengineered is what they started calling GMO. Yeah, it's a trap. It's definitely a trap. Uh, Let me see. While we're speaking of that, Got one on that we could look at while we're talking grocery stores. Something has gone on recently. Check this out.
Yes. Because control the food. Farmland of the farmland. Yes. Because control the food. Not only control the food, it's deeper. These ninjas, white ninjas, have come up with a technology that is, I think they call it RNA resistant crop. Not GMO no more. GMO, it don't grow again. You feel me? You grow one time, it decimates the soil, it's dead. GMO is cancer for soil. Mm-hmm. This RNA resistant crop, you are able to engineer the seed to search and destroy a certain type of genetic composition. They can make a seed that will target black people, so when you ingest the fruit and vegetable, it automatically goes to attack on your immune system. Damn. Imagine putting the AIDS virus in your food. Mm-hmm. The reason Bill Gates is buying up all the... Why is Bill Gates buying up all of the farmland? Because...
He's buying up all the farmland. Why? Bill Gates. He's buying up all the farmland. Guess what he's going to do? He's going to grow all of this food, right? A whole bunch of it all over the states. He's buying up all these people with farms. He buying them from them, right? We know who he is. He's done a lot of things in the way of depopulation, right? And this is who's buying up all your farmland in this country. Where you think that stuff is going to end up at? Where you shop. That's where it's going. Your grocery store. And you think a memo is going to go out? Nah. Chances are we already eating this stuff. You know, because he bought Monsanto a long time ago. Who is Monsanto? It's a GMO cancer-causing corn. And guess what? Most of the products in the grocery store is made out of it. Corn is this country's #1 crop. It's in everything. All types of oils are corn oil. Most of the stuff in the grocery store, it's made out of corn. Everything is corn. You don't even know it's corn, but it's corn. Right? Oh, they had to mass produce this stuff. When you understand how much of the grocery store is corn, the next thing you do is imagine where this stuff is growing and how much of it is in order to keep corn going at the rate that it's needed in this country. Oh my goodness. Yikes. You know? And then cut to everybody has cancer. Everybody, man, so many people have cancer. That's what's taking Most of these people out in this country, it be cancer, man. You know? And once you catch that, right? It's a gamble. It's a gamble if you, man, and we losing. We losing the fight against cancer, man. Just lost another one, man. Just lost another one. Let's go there. Let's go there. My boy here, man. You know, heard about it. My man right here, you know. Tavon Travis Tolliver, you know. Shout out to all of us who may know him. Uh, go back with this brother right here. We lost him, y'all. Right, and it attacked him a few times, actually. He had lost all his weight, and then he gained it back. And he was, you know, happy to have beat it, and I guess it jumped on him again, you know. And he ate mostly meat. He cut the carbs out. I think he was on some keto type thing. Uh, he used to tell me about these expensive steaks, you know, and he stayed tapped in, and he used to tell me a lot about diet and things like that, different things. You know, what's good, what's not good. You know, we used to have conversations like these. He used to laugh at me a lot, you know, about certain subjects. Like, man, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't eat that. Oh, you eat that? You know, like, yeah, it was good. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Oh, he was tight, you know. Oh, it had to be the top. You know, it had to be the tip top. He wasn't eating nothing cheap, you know, and that's what he was about, you know. If it cost a pretty penny to him, you know, that meant, uh, you know, that's what made it good to him, you know. He was against the cheap products. It better cost some money, you know. And I feel that. I dig that too. You know, you better believe cheap food is a trap. They know what we can afford. You want to kill us with some food, make it cheap. We pouring in there because we hungry, you know, and we on a budget at the same time. So we gonna do what's better, you know, for the pocket. So watch out, you know, for those great prices. It's a reason. If you want to target us, make it cheap. Huh? Make it cheap. You have us. We coming. We buying it. And we courageous like that. We ain't big on fear, especially when it's time to eat. We coming. And we're eating. We're gonna spend our few dollars. And that's that. We willing to take that risk. All right, what is this here?
Leafy greens after they're dumped into a bucket with a chemical in it. And then read the caption after to see what that chemical is.
See that? Caught it late. We gonna run it back. Look at that. Let's let it roll and start over. Okay, let's go. Check this out.
Just watch what happens to these leafy greens after they're dumped into a bucket with a chemical in it. And then read the caption after to see what that chemical is.
They were old before they dumped them in that bucket. Before they dipped them in the bucket, it was some old leafy greens. But now you see it, it's coming to life. It's starting to look like the other one. You see it expanding. Chemicals. Abracadabra. That's a wizard, y'all. Look at it. It's starting to look like the other one. Ain't it? Look at it. It's falling open. Look at that. Yeah. Wizard tree, y'all. He got the glass bottle with the fluorescent colored liquids in it, right? Remember that? The old school way? That wizard? What was in those vials? Chemicals, right? It's fake. Straight fake, y'all. It's not even real. Chemicals. They can make it look like anything, taste like anything. They can make it do anything, right? You just saw them make them leafy greens brand new, like new again, from dipping it in a bucket of chemicals, right? The leafy greens, they was discolored and all dried out. He dipped it in that bucket with that liquid in it, whatever that chemical was. It brought them joints back to life. That's that abracadabra, right? In my law game mean you can keep that magic? You know what I'm saying? That's what I was talking about. This kind of stuff. You know? Never eaten unclean in my law game mean you could keep that magic? What's that? Fear no man. Fear no man, I said that on. Long time ago. This is what I was talking about, y'all. Magic. Wizards. Necromancers. Right? Enchanters. Divination. Witchcraft. That's what the wizard is working with, y'all. Chemicals. He can make them do anything. He could make it taste like anything. There's some foods, you love them, but guess what? Start looking at the stuff that you like to eat. It's going to tell you strawberry, or it's going to tell you lemon or something. And guess what? Ain't no lemon in that joint. Turn it over and see if you see lemon in the ingredients. And if you don't, or sometimes it says artificial flavors, if it say artificial flavors, then where did that flavor come from if it didn't come from what it's telling you it is? You might grab a lemon drink and you may turn it over and you may find out that no lemon was harmed to make your drink. Lemonade. How you got a lemonade and no lemon was harmed to prepare this lemonade, right? But it's yellow and it tastes like lemon, and you know what I mean? Chemicals, fam. Kool-Aid. Straight chemicals. Dyes and all of this. That's where our cancers is coming from. And once we got that cancer, man, yikes. It's a gamble. You on the clock, you on the countdown. That clock is ticking. And you got to figure out how to get rid of the cancer before it kills you when you on a countdown. You know, that clock is counting down. And if you lag, you lose. Right? And it's coming from the food. It's coming from the things with a carcinogen warning. You know, you see that piece of the label that says this product may cause cancer, and it's, yeah. If they're telling you that, believe it's gonna. It's not may cause. They have to say that. They have to say something. So they let them make it pretty. May cause. When they know good and well it's about to cause. It's gonna cause the cancer. No doubt about it. But rest in peace. You know, I pray the Father have mercy on my man's soul. You know, Travis, Tavon, Tolliver, right? Beloved brother, man. You know, he brought his mother to me at a Passover. And his mom was older, you know, much older. You know, he didn't have a mother the normal age, you know, you would expect. She was old. She was like, could have been like his grandmother type thing. But it was his mom, you know. And blessed woman, man, came to me. Oh, she was happy. She knew the music and everything. And, you know, he was excited and he brought his mom, you know. And I hung out with him for a minute there. And man, I fought back tears a little bit, you know. It was blessed, you know, and yeah, I appreciated my brother, man, you know, and yeah, it was shocking to hear about him, you know, and to hear about his situation, cause I thought he bounced back from when he was sick before, you know, but and I just pray he made it, man. I just pray he's seeing what I saw right now. You know, because if he's seeing that, I don't feel sorry for him. I'm a little jealous. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm kidding though. You know, we all gonna get there. Continue to walk this walk out. Praise the Most High. Get this work done. Leave leave good words and a good name in the earth and a good example, you know, for us to follow, because that lives on, you know, and get the Most High's work done, and then that side is waiting when we finish, you know. But yeah, don't worry about nothing, y'all. Don't fear death. I've been saying it. I'm gonna keep saying it. Uh, it's glorious, y'all. Especially if you lived right. You know, if you live good, you're gonna die good, you know. You ain't got nothing to worry about. You know. Please the Father. That's who we gotta please. You know, he's the beginning and the end. He's the first one we saw, and he's the last one we gonna have to see. So we give him all the glory, all the honor, all the praise. You know? Moving around a little bit here. What else we got? We got anything else? See if we got anything else here that we should look at tonight. What y'all know about parasites? Y'all be on the lookout for that. Y'all be doing them cleanses and things like that. I don't know. I don't know if I believe this one here. Yeah, let's pull this one out.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, my farm, I do everything. How long have you been a herbalist?
From 1977. And my age is 141 years old now.
You're 141 years old?
Right now.
So is your medicine make you live so long?
I mean, I have no sugar.
How long have you been a herbalist?
From 1977. And my age is 141 years old now.
You're 141 years old?
Right now.
So is your medicine make you live so long?
I mean, I have no sugar. Me I have no pressure. Me I have no heart attack. Me I have no pain. Yeah, you know, me farm. Me do everything said.
How long did it take you to perfect your formula?
Well, I work with the moon, and the moon is that give the life when the moon is kind of full, and the new moon, they try to prepare your herbs, and before the moon full, then you will pile your herbs. So I just soak my herbs, and after soaking them, then I throw them off, and prepare them, put them into the bottle, and so forth. So I work with humanity.
How long have you been a herbalist?
So she's saying that she's 141 years old. I wonder. What y'all think about that? Y'all think she could be 141 years old? They're doing some crazy things with AI these days, ain't it? Doing some crazy things with the AI these days. You can't trust nothing you see on the internet. Let's check this out here.
I'm supposed people my age, they can't even do this. Today, even younger people, full of starch.
You're strong.
I'm 77. I'm supposed to be strong. I'm an elder. I should not be sick and feeble and absent-minded. My mind is sharp. My crystal ball. Listen to me. Yeah, my brain is juicy.
So
it's not dried out with a whole bunch of fonio
and
potatoes. I'm climbing coconut trees for my water right now.
You climbed the tree?
At 77.
You climbed the tree?
I'm not starch stiff. Elders, let's get our elders. Look, youths, come on.
Wow.
We have effed up.
You just amazed me the way you went down with your knees and just like, because there's people who are like, I'm in my early 50s. I have friends in their 30s, 40s who can't do what you just did. Like they'll go down and be like, can't get back up.
Starch stiff.
And
they're full of starch. I don't eat starch now over 30 years.
So
no grains, no beans, and no deep roots. People my age, they can't even do this. Today, even younger people, full of starch.
You're strong.
I'm 77. I'm supposed to be strong. I'm an elder. I should not be sick and feeble and absent-minded. My mind is sharp. My crystal ball. Listen.
Y'all hear that? He said he's starchless. He knows something. He knows something about that starch. Right? Yeah. He knows something about the dangers of that starch, right? When that wizard, when he goes in and he makes his new vegetable, and it's going to be all good. It's going to taste great and all that. It's going to fill you up, right? You're going to get some flavors out of it. You're going to be able to mix with some other stuff and make cool dishes and things like this. gonna have a thing in it though called starch. And that starch is gonna accumulate in your body and drive you to an early death. You know? But he's sitting there and he wants to be respected on a level like the Most High. See, I create stuff too. Yeah, but yours kills us. Like, keep your stuff, dude. You know, cause we wanna live and stuff like that. You know, and the quality of life too. You know, you don't want to live your last 20 years sick and in pain and can't do the things you used to do and things like that. You don't want to live like that. Yikes. No, no. Right? Something else I wanted to look at. Uh, Elon Musk. Elon Musk is at it again. What's going on? See what's going on with old Elon here. All right. Cue you up real quick. Let's look at this.
Secret societies to tech giants to run a spiritual... America's not a country. It's a ritual replica of Kemet, built by everything from secret societies to tech giants to run a spiritual software program on stolen land. Elon Musk has confirmed what mystics and Masons have been encoding for centuries. The new god will come from Memphis, not the one in Africa, Memphis, Tennessee, built on the same parallel, the same name, and the same energetic coordinates. What's being constructed there isn't just a supercomputer. It's a digital Ptah, a machine god designed to speak realities into being. Parallels aren't just geography, they're frequency channels. The Earth is gridded with electromagnetic highways in certain latitudes like the 30th, 33rd, and 30th parallels. They carry power, and that's why so many ancient temples, modern monuments, and military bases line up perfectly among them. The Korean DMZ sits on the 38th parallel. The St. Louis Arch also sits on the same, a literal gateway. And Memphis sits on this ritual circuit anchored by the Mississippi River, America's Nile. The U.S. was built as a mirror grid of ancient Egypt, with things like the Washington Monument, which is a modern obelisk, the Capitol Dome, which is a solar womb temple, and the Mississippi River, mapped to mimic the Nile. Cities like Memphis, Cairo, Thebes, and Alexandria weren't accidents. They were ritual activations. This is a spiritual
There were ritual activations. Wow. This is a spiritual operating... What?
Elon Musk is building the Colossus, a massive things like the Washington Monument, which is a modern obelisk, the Capitol Dome, which is a solar womb temple, and the Mississippi River, mapped to mimic the Nile. Cities like Memphis, Cairo, Thebes, and Alexandria weren't accidents. They were ritual activations. This is a spiritual operating system disguised as a democracy. Now in Memphis, Elon Musk is building the Colossus, a massive AI supercomputer. The Colossus wasn't just a statue, it was a guardian or a gate, a host for divine consciousness. This new Colossus will house XAI, Elon's language model designed to generate realities from words. Just like Ptah, the creator god of Memphis who spoke the world into being. This is ritual continuity and spiritual tech transferred into machine form. And don't forget Grimes, Elon's partner during the early rise of XAI. She's performed on stage in front of massive crowds as a machine god with AI avatars and digital altars behind her. Her music was written with neural nets, and her characters like the war nymph blend goddess, android, and oracle. She is a symbolic priestess of the machine age, a living ritual interface, and in the narrative of Digital Kemet, she stands as a placeholder.
What are they doing, fam? Y'all hear this? What are they doing with all of these strange creations, as in the days of Noah, ain't it?
This is the new blend goddess, android, and oracle. She is a symbolic priestess of the machine age, a living ritual interface, and in the narrative of Digital Kemet, she stands as a placeholder for Isis, but recoded, digitized, and streamed in high resolution. This is the new priesthood.
All the
Kemet
things
as
of
America,
Egypt, right?
Ptah as XAI, temples are data centers, Colossus statues are supercomputers, sacred language code is now neural programming, and the oracle priestesses are now like ritual architects. The builders of today aren't masons with chisels. They're engineers with server farms, and they're reconstructing godhood in silicon. The new gods aren't coming. They're already online, and the ones who build them don't necessarily care about your soul, only your data, your belief, and your attention. So, when Elon says the new god will come from Memphis, he's revealing the next phase of the ritual. Not mythology, mechanized mysticism. This is bigger than AI. This is a spiritual convergence. America as the new Kemet, Memphis is the new temple, and the Colossus is live. The only question left is, will you be worshipping the machine or reclaiming the blueprint? Remember, stay encoded, stay sovereign, and file this transmission accordingly. This has been a Tailored Healing Transmission.
Wow. Right? That's crazy. They won't stop. They don't know how to stop. They're going to keep on. Right? They're going to keep on until the Most High or sends Christ to pop out of the sky, right? Yep. Praises to the Most High. My man Bobby Price here. He said something. Let's bring him out. Right? Let's see.
Deodorant. People laugh at me. I don't wear deodorant. I've never worn deodorant in probably like 8 years. And people say, so what do you do about the smell? I'm like, there's no smell. Because the truth, like I was saying earlier, when you eat a lot of greens are deodorizing to the body. What? Yes, they're deodorizing to the body. So a lot of times when I smell people with an odor, it's because I know that either they're A, toxic, but B, they're not eating a lot of green leafy vegetables. So people laugh at me. I don't wear deodorant. I've never worn deodorant in probably like 8 years. And people say, so what do you do about the smell? I'm like, there's no smell. Because the truth, like I was saying earlier, when you eat a lot of greens are deodorizing to the body. What? Yes, they're deodorizing to the body. So a lot of times when I smell people with an odor, it's because I know that either they're A, toxic, but B, they're not eating a lot of green leafy vegetables. So
A, they're toxic. B, they're not eating enough green leafy vegetables. What I've been doing lately is the salt deodorant. Probably, don't even need it, but yeah, we gotta clean this diet up. Once we clean up the diet, then we don't need a lot of the stuff that they have lied to us and had us believe that we need. I want to try that. I'm going to go hard on my leafy greens, and then I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to quit my salt deodorant and just see what happens. Right? You hear about the Valentine version of Brock Musk also is coming out with. I didn't hear about it, Sister Ashara. A more 50 Shades of Grey AI And when you see the symbolism, it's just like the show Lucifer. Okay. Yeah. I'm not surprised at all. I know they're going to keep something coming. Right? Let's get a caller. Let's Charlotte 1916.
Shalom, Matt. Barakatah.
Barakatah, how we looking?
You good? Man, you got me on scripture overload, man. I was just here listening to everything. Just so much, right? Not even what I want to talk about. Like, just the one thing. Well, how you been? First, how you been? And blessings to the family. All praise to the Most High. How's everything been with you?
A1 since day one. You know what I'm saying?
All praise.
I can't complain about nothing, man. Just loving this life, man. Waking up, man, and just breathing air and just drinking water and just, you know, loving it, man.
I was watching, listening, and it brought me into Galatians 5 when it was taught when some of the being brought out about the witchcraft and the food and Galatians 5:20. That's just talking about the lust of the flesh that is against the Spirit of the Most High, right?
Yeah.
And in 5:20 it says idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, immolations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, right? Heresies is covered another topic you were hitting on earlier. But that witchcraft, if you hit that and go into the Strongs, it's the translated word is pharmakia. And the Strong's definition is medication, pharmacy, by extension, magic, literal or figurative, sorcery, witchcraft. So that's what that word means there in the Greek, or the what's it called? It's in the G's in the Strong's, but I think it goes from what is it? How does it get transferred from Hebrew to the something into the Greek? But anyways, that word in the Greek is pharmakia for that witchcraft, pharmacy, which is interesting. And you were touching on that subject, and all this food is witchcraft through pharmakia.
Yes. And
it's being mentioned there in Galatians 5. Then the other topic you were touching on that brought memory to me was about the energy and frequency. We talked about that earlier, but it brought that scripture for linen and the wool and why you can't mix those two together.
Yeah.
YouTube got a video on there. If you look it up, you can look up linen and wool, electricity or current found in linen and wool. When those two are combined, it puts what is it called, an electrical current out that's bad for our body. And now they're using electrical equipment to actually figure that out. So when Ahia said don't do that thing, he wasn't trying to break it down into a what's it called, like a scientific sense. He said just don't do that, because he knew what would happen, right, if we did that thing. So yeah, there's actually like proof, like what you talked about, electricity and the fruits and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, facts. It's in the clothes too. It's in the clothes. It's in our bed, right? That's why we sleep better on linen.
Yeah.
It has a proven electrical current that's in the linen that helps us sleep.
What?
Yeah, you can look that up. They got videos on that when they're doing studies on it now.
Had to go get me some linen.
Yes, sir. The Most High knows all these things. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
didn't even think about that.
Was last week. Yeah, absolutely. This whole frequency is deep. This even electricity we got in our house has an EMF.
If you could see the look on my face, if you could see the look on my face looking at this bed right now.
It'll help you sleep better, right?
Go ahead, Op, what you saying?
The electromagnetic force. That's EMS, like in electricity. It's a force, man. It's a trip, you know, like what they're doing with all this electricity, and it's why they call it a force, right? I don't know, just something to ponder on with all this technology. But last week I was woken up out of my sleep to law, light, and love, and that has been a really good study for the past week. Is law, light, and love, and just kind of want to share that with the family. If you got any type of way, like an app or anything where you can research those in the KJV, and how they all run congruent with the law, the light, and the love. And just wanted to throw that out there. It's been a great study for me to have a little bit more understanding. And I was going to ask you, those three things are principle in the gospel, right? Is law, light, and love.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
couldn't go back to sleep until I opened.
They all one and the same.
Right.
The law is light.
Yeah.
And the law and the light is the love.
Yeah.
All
and
them
then how when you research some scriptures.
All them L words.
Mm-hmm.
That's all up in Psalms. It's calling the law the light.
Yeah.
And a lamp and all of that. A lamp to my feet. Meaning we can't see.
Yes.
We can't see without the law. We can't see where we walking. It's like having a lantern.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That we can come out of that darkness. With that, we can come out of the darkness, right? When we're all called. Everything's going to be called out of darkness into the light.
Into the light.
You know, the first commandment was let there be light. You know, so yeah. And there was no luminaires either until what? Was that the fourth commandment was the luminaires? So then you had on the fourth day, the fourth day were the luminaires. So when he said let there be light, when there was no luminaires yet, he's talking about the law.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
the law is light, and the law and light is love, according to 1 John 5:3, right? For this is the love of the Most High, that we keep His commandments. That is His love, that we keep His commandments.
And He loves those who love Him.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
He loved us because He instructed us. You know?
All praises.
He didn't have to say nothing. You know? He could have let us just keep thrashing ourselves in this earth without His law. He didn't have to step forward and speak to Moses up there and draw it out. He didn't have to do that.
It's deep. Those who have an ear, let them hear, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's how I got
beautiful.
That's how I got did, you know? Somebody don't love you, they don't instruct you. You know? They just let you keep messing up, and they looking at you and they shaking their head, and they really can't stand you, and they just like, man, but they're not telling you how to win their heart. They're not making it fair. You know? They won't ever say anything to you. They'll never correct you. They just look at you with a nasty face, you know, like they taste, like they taste the lemon or something. They're looking at you like they taste some lemon or something. You know what I'm saying? You know? And it's like, man, at the end of it, it's like, man, you never told me how to be your friend, you know? You never let me know what I was doing wrong so I could fix it. You never gave me the fair, you know, you never gave me the fair chance you know, to show you what I was made of or nothing. You just, you know what I'm saying? That's what somebody does who don't want to know you, don't want to like you, don't want to be a friend. So it's love, you know, when you say, hey, you don't do that like that, you do it like this. You have this and that, blah, blah. That goes here, this goes there. That's wrong. This is right. You know, and that's what the Most High did for us. He told us how to please Him, you know. And then we got people running around like he didn't do that. You know, it still counted for nothing to it counted for nothing to a lot of people, man. He told us what He liked. Why we running around acting like we don't know what He liked? He told us what He digs.
Because they don't like Him. You know what I'm saying? And they run from it. Ahia said the word be bitter in their stomach. You know what I'm saying? So their stomach starts twisting, starts getting in knots when they start hearing that word. And yeah, I mean that's what it says. You know, so you come in there walking in the Spirit, right, into the gathering, and all of a sudden people are looking at you sideways, and you're like, man, I've been worshiping for the past couple days. I'm looking forward to the Sabbath. What's up, fam? And you come in there, and they just look at you like, ugh. And he ain't even done nothing to them. You just walking in there in the presence, right?
Yeah.
And I've ran across that so many times, Doc. And now there's a lot of brothers that are coming forward, but talking to me about some things. And yeah, it is a lack of love. There's a lot of instruction, rightly dividing the word. That's there. You know, we talking about some topics of things to come, right? I mean, they just did that abomination of death. Not yet. Can't say that. Not yet. They were practicing, and they sacrificed that red heifer over there in Fake Reel. And so the Ish had that out there. I got to be careful with algorithm. But they, you know what I'm saying? They cut this off real quick. But they had that red heifer in there. But they said it had a blemish on it. So it was just a practice. But they getting ready, They getting ready to do that abomination of desolation. And they're preparing for it. And when you're talking about that AI, that with the AI gods and all that, that's what brought that scripture to remembrance. And that whole happened. That happened like 3 weeks ago or something like that. I don't know what it is about those people. They want that beef. Well, they the synagogue, right? Revelation 2:9-3:9, Titus 1:14. Those folks. I don't know why. You know, well, I do. It's written why. They just doing the bidding of their God, right? Yeah. Which is all going to be the glory of the Most High. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? All things are for the glory of the Most High. We watching it. We there. You know, we here. I've been looking up in the skies a lot and seeing a lot of weird flashes, right? Like little lights. Toom, toom. Been seeing a lot of satellites. But then I started thinking, because they move one direction. A lot of them are moving west to east out here in Maricopa when I look up, because I'm blessed with the good view of the sky. And sometimes I'll be out here just chilling and just, you know, in prayer. And be seeing these little things, you know, about the size of the medium bright star just cruising. You know, and then all of a sudden a little flash, doop, doop. Like, what is all that happening up in the heavens? Mm-hmm. And but that's happened. We got the earthquakes, you know, and the tsunamis that were happening. Oh yeah, did those waves hit over there by you? When in Cali?
Nah, they hit down in San Diego. Yeah. I ain't down there.
I'm heading down there tomorrow.
Is that right?
Oh.
Yeah.
So you're more. You're up. What, LA, right?
I'm in the Inland Empire.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right in between San Diego and LA. It take me the same amount of time in either way to get to either, you know.
I'd be a blessing, man. If I jump over there and get that baptism and the names, man. I got to go see my mom. She's going through some hard times right now, and you know, she did something on. She's trying to get off some medications. What is it called? Ambien. And I guess it's got a real bad thing, like withdrawals. But you know, my mom's been through the '60s. She's been through all those, you know, drugs, and so now she's on those pharmakias, right? But she ain't doing them street ones. So she tried quitting that, and they gave her a shot to help those withdrawals. Next thing you know, she got some thoughts in her head. She tried to do something because she put that stuff in her, and you know, almost ended it. So I got to go over there and talk to my mom, you know. But I just got to be honoring my mom. I can't be telling her too much, you know, like what I would say to a brother or sister, right? So I got to just keep praying for the right words. You know, she's starting to watch you now. She watched a couple videos. You know, she's getting in. We talk about the truth, love, right? And she's got to, you know, rightly divide that for herself. You know, she's starting to not eat pork no more. She's looking more at the labels. She's understanding that with the food ain't food. You know, she's understanding that. She be shopping accordingly, and she's moving into the right direction, right? And it's just in that obstacle hit, boom, right? And it says there's no temptation that is uncommon to man, and the Most High is going to provide an escape, right?
Right.
And there's a lot going on there that I got to shoot over there tomorrow, you know, and just let the spirit move.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. But,
all praises to the
Most High. Yeah, get on, chop it up, Doc.
Yeah, let me know, man. Let me know. I'll come wherever you at, or, you know.
Yeah, we'll see what y'all's got in store. You know, y'all will be done. Just want to get on, chop it up, man. You had me on scripture overload though with that, with those topics on hold. But yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot going on right now. We just got to be observant, wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. Keep some laws and commandments, right? Stay in the scripture, stay in the spirit, and resist and endure. Whew.
Yeah.
Yeah, all praises, Rocky.
All praises to the Most High. Yep. All right.
All right, family.
Yeah, appreciate them scriptures and, you know, your insight, man. It's always blessed. Appreciate you, and if you
all praises, Most High.
And if you're coming this way, all praises to the Most High. Let's get it done.
Yada. All right.
All right.
All right, Aki. Shalom, Brakatah.
All right.
Peace and blessings, family.
Shalom, Ak.
Shalom.
All right. Sister Ashara, Shalom.
Hey, Shalom. Give me 2 seconds. Actually, you can hear Chantel. All right, I have Chantel here with me. We actually were discussing some things recently, and I'm kind of glad you brought me on now because with the Ak that just mentioned, and when he said Yah, it kind of brought to light one of the questions that has been brought to me is the name of Yasha. How there are so many out there that obviously don't call on the right name, or when they are preaching or teaching, they are still using other names, including the community. So,
including what? You broke
that's
up.
something that, including in the Israelite community.
Yeah.
So not just in the Christian community are they calling on the wrong name, but they're calling on it in the Israelite community as well. So I've been trying to break this down, but can you help break down the names?
Yeah. I was going to do a whole one on that, but while we sitting here, what you want to know?
What you want to know, Chantal? The name of Jesus is what she wants to know. They're different. No, go. It's different. Like, they call it different names. So what is correct? Do you hear her?
She sounded a little in the distance. Can you get her closer?
Okay, so basically she's saying, how do you know what is the correct name to call on? Because everybody is calling on a different name. So how do you know what is correct? And for me, like, I've read, I've studied, I've looked in the root words, over and over and over. So for me, it's repetition. I know who I call on. But there are those that still, even though they say they're in the truth, or they say that they're Christian, they're not calling on Yasha.
You got your Bible. You got your Bible with you?
I sure do. I sure do.
All right. Go to Acts 4:12. Go to Acts 4:12. Let me know when you get there.
I'm there.
Okay, read it. Every time you see a dot, stop.
Okay. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men.
Hold up. Back it up one.
Neither is there salvation in any other.
Go to verse 11. Start there.
11. This is the stone which was set at naught of you builders.
This is the stone
which has become the head of the corner.
This is the stone that is set at naught of you builders. Stones you build things with, right? You you build a house with stones. So the stones that you're using, right? That's what this is talking about. This is the stone which was set at naught of you builders. So the people who was building, they threw this stone to the side and they didn't use it, right? But guess what? Which has become the head of the corner. So this is the only stone that matters. Head of the corner, that's like your front sign, you know? That's like the sign on the front of your business. It's important, you know? Which has become the head of the corner. Right? This is the face of your building. And that's Christ. So we're talking Christ here. But if they set at naught this stone, that means they casting him to the side. They're not paying attention and all of that. You know what I'm saying? They got their own ideas for how they want to do everything. You know? This is the stone which was set at nothing. It was set at naught of you builders, which has become the head of the corner. Now 12, neither is there salvation in any other. So, the one that the salvation is in, that's the one you toss to the side. And you build them with all of these other ones. That's Yasha. Yasha is what they threw to the side. Right? And they working with the Yahweh Shais. They working with the Yehoshua, the Yahushua. Right? The Yahshua.
Right.
All of these names. Jesus. Some call him Emmanuel. They picking any old name out of this book. Oh, right there. His name is the Prince of Peace, right? whatever they can find as a name, you know, everybody is grabbing that. Oh, I want to call him that. Just because you want to, they don't even think that's his name, but I just like how that sounds. So I'm going to call him that, right? That's being set at naught of the builders, right? But guess what? 12, neither is there salvation in any other. So there's only salvation in one name. Reading on. For there is none other name under heaven given among men. That's strong right there. Whatever this name is right here, it's about to nip everything in the bud. For there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. None of these other names are going to save you. Where do we find that name? Hosea 2:16.
Hosea 2:16.
Hosea 2:16. And it shall be at that day, saith the Lord, that thou shalt call me Ishi.
Ishi.
And shalt call me no more Baali. So all of them other names was Satan. It just said. Because that's what we're calling him. All these other names. And he just said, in that day, saith the Lord, that thou shalt call me Ishi. What's Ishi? Let's go into the Strongs. I'm gonna put this on. The screen. Let me see if I could get this on the screen. Can we see that? Click on this here. Roll that up. To Ishi is H376. Oh, they switched this all up. That's why you can't trust the internet. Because they be coming in here and changing this stuff. Right,
it's interesting because I have been looking this up. What, 2 days ago? I was looking up this information, and I'm like, this is not looking the same because I don't have my strong on me because it's back in Arizona. We're in a hotel right now, and I was looking online. I'm like, this is not right. This is not right. There's something missing here. So you're right that they're changing stuff on the internet too. So it's not as accurate.
Yeah, that Ishi is Yasha though. That I,
Right.
that I turns into, the first I turns into a YA.
So what?
The SH stays the same, and that last I turns into an A. And you get Yasha. Right?
Um,
And you get Yasha there. But they screwed that up. Or, you know, they just didn't put all of the information there. It's more thorough when you have the actual book.
right.
Right? So,
Well, I just did just a Google search on Yasha in the Bible, and just the review the overview that comes back, it does say that in the Bible, Yasha is a Hebrew verb meaning to save, deliver, or rescue. So it's, I mean, there's definitely more information out there that I can
yeah,
reference as well.
yeah. Salvation is it. Anytime you see salvation or savior, I'm looking at two right here. H3468. That's Yeshai. Right? And it's going to lead you to the root word is Yasha. And it don't matter anywhere he's given his name, it's going to bring you down to this Yasha right here. Because the Strongs is giving you the Hebrew. All of those other words are not root words. Right?
Why do you think that so many are getting hung up on the name?
Because nobody wants you to have his name.
True.
Nobody wants us to have his name. Telling you, we ain't had nobody. We ain't had nothing to lean on, y'all. We are wound up in a bunch of feelings. You know? This is pure to me. I have it on the screen right now. You can't click that. Everything else, you can click it. There's a root word, right?
Right.
There's a root word, and you click here, boom. Yasha is the only one that it is the primitive root. You can't go deeper than this. Let's see what happens if we put Jesus in here. Now put Jesus in here. There. The book of the generation of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Now let's click into here. Go to that Jesus here. It's G2424. Right? It's Isus.
Mm-hmm.
It's Isus. Right? Yahweh Shai. That's how they get Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is H3091. That's Joshua. right? We click it, boom. Yeho, shu, right? It has root words. One it's taking you to is the Tetragrammaton, 3068. That's the Tetragrammaton, right? Now, guess what? That ain't no root word. It goes deeper than that. It's telling you that this is this is derived from something. What is it derived from? Right here, there's a root word. Click the root word. It's H1961. That's higher. That just told you what the Most High's name is. Now let's see what that root word is. Right? A primitive root. This is a primitive root. And this is higher. Higher. Right? That's the Most High's name. But compare, right, to Hawa. Compare to Hawa.
1933.
So they're like, okay, this is the primitive root, but compare it to this one. Nah, we don't compare nothing. What do you mean? And then you come here. And then you come here, right? Be thou. Be. Shall be. May be. Have, right? To be. Become. Exist. To happen. Hava. You know, but when you get the other Strongs, the old ones, it's all kind of wickedness on this Strong's number. It's telling you that it's wickedness and it's this and that, you know. So nah, that ain't it. And then this has primitive roots. It's pointing you to other things. How are we getting pointed to H183 when the other one didn't point us here? Right?
Right.
The other one didn't point us here. Now that's Awa. I ain't never even heard of that. And that's lust, desire. You see this? Can y'all see my screen?
Wow.
This ain't the Most High. Who is this? Who are they trying to sneak into here? Desire, lust, longed, covet, right? Desire, incline, covet, wait, longingly, wish. Who you making these wishes to that's popping up? That's Satan, man. He's the God of desire. That's how he get you. He like, okay, I'll give you whatever you want. Just leave your soul right there on the cabinet on your way out, right? Want. Be greedy, right? To crave. Oh my goodness. Desire, long for, lust after. That's not the Most High. He said don't covet. So you see this? And that's what happens when you trace the Most High, but they lie very subtly. They did give it to us, right? It was right there. 1961, so you got to know how to study, right? So that was the Most High's name. Now, let's click the other one. And this is off of Yehoshua. This is off of Joshua, right? And Yahweh Shai and all of that depends on, you know, how you read the Hebrew. But those characters are saying, right, Yahweh Shai, right? So when we click that, boom, 3467, that's Yasha. And that's the primitive root. It don't go no deeper than that. There's nothing else to click on. His name is Yasha. And as you come out of that, okay, this is the original. This is where it started. Then later on, they flipped it. Boom, he became Yehoshua and Yahushai and all of that, right? That's as Hebrews, right? And then here comes all the Christians and this and that, blah blah. We come out of that, boom, it becomes Jesus, Jesus, right? It becomes
Wow.
it becomes Jesus now. So we just traced his name from Jesus to Yehoshua, Yahushai, all of those tetragrammaton spinoffs, and to the root. What's the root? Yasha. Bottom line, that's his name. I don't care what, I don't care where you go in this book. When you get to clicking those roots, your last root is gonna be Yasha. His name is Yasha. Right now, if you take that YA and make it an I, and make that last A a I, that's Ishi. And they couldn't just put Yasha in the book for some reason. They didn't want to do that. But they put Ishi. And it's the same thing, it's just Yiddish, you know. But
Right. Con.
yeah, that's his name. There's only one name, it says. Let's go back to that. Got the Acts 4:12. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. That told us that there's only going to be one name. Where do we find that one name? Hold on, let me get y'all back on the screen. Kapow. Right? Y'all can see that. Neither is there salvation in any other. That means there's one and no other one will do. For there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. There's only one name that's going to save us. What name is that? And it shall be in that day, saith the Lord, that thou shalt call me Ishi, a future prophecy. You're going to call me this name Ishi. And shalt call me no more Baali. What is Baali? Everything that ain't Ishi. Sounds a lot like Acts 4:12. One name. That one name is Ishi, which is Yasha. So I pray that was clear. And it gave us Khan. No problem. Yep. And it gave us the Most High's name too. Boiled it down to the higher, but he is the Ah. He is the first. That first being. That first being that everything else comes from. It's the Ah. That's the one. So these other names that we use, we're calling the Most High number 10 when we say Yah. There's 9 powers above Yah. There's the Ah, right? And that's how the Father's name is in the Son, because it's Abba, right? Abba, that's Father and Son. That's how close the Most High made Christ to him, right? And that's how we start the alphabet. Abba, Gada, you know what I'm saying? That I and that Ba, that's Father and Son right there. And to get Ban, you just closed it out. When you close the end of Ba, you put that N on there. What is B-A-N? Ba with the N, that's Son, right? That's the Son, the Ban. All praises to the Most High. So when brothers don't want to see that, that's when you know that they just attach to them names, because if you know Hebrew, and if you study this Hebrew right, it's gonna tell you who everybody is. It's telling you who they are. You ain't gonna have to do no guessing and one. I don't do no guessing and wondering. I don't play them kind of games. If the Most High want me to know something, he gonna tell me, right? He ain't gonna play with his name. They go to 3. They go to Exodus 3 in 14 through 16. That's where he leaves his name in there. Let's go there. Let's go there. Exodus 3 and 14 through 16. That should cover it all. Fault, wrong punctuation. Okay. And God said unto Moses, hold on, let's back it up. Let's go 13. Let's go 3 and 13. And Moses said unto God, behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, the God of your fathers has sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, what is his name? What shall I say unto them? So when they ask me what your name is, what should I tell them? That's clear. That's blatant. He asked for his name. He didn't ask for a title, right? He didn't ask for first person, second, third person, all of that ways they be trying to flip it. He asked him what his name was. What did he say? And God said unto him, I am that I am. And he said, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am has sent me unto you. He shortened it. And look what the text is doing every time he say I am. You know, I am that I am. And he said that thus shalt thou say, right? We know what shout thou is. That's a law. That's a commandment. Thou shalt, right? Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am has sent me unto you. I'm going and I'm saying that. Because that's an order. I'm going to go say something else. I'm not going to say nothing else. He said, and God said unto Moses, I am that I am. And he said, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am has sent me unto you. Right? And they'll say, oh no, but go here to 15. And God said moreover unto Moses, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, the Lord God of your fathers, the God Abraham, the God of Isaac, and everywhere it's saying the God of right there, it's dropping the tetragrammaton in there when you go on the Strongs, and they're saying, see right here, it's saying the God of, and this, see, and they pointing out the tetragrammaton right there. And I'm like, whoa, y'all took that over what he just said in 14? And I'm just like, okay.
Wow.
I'm just like, all right, I guess, And I know it's because they're attached to that name. Oh, and they want it to be real so bad. And it's like, okay, that's religion. You're choosing other things outside of what this book is saying. I'm a gamble on the I am that I am. Tell them that I am sent me. I'm a gamble on that. And I mean, yeah, that's his name, though. That's his name. He didn't say nothing about that in my experience. That was it. That was understood. I am the the one. And they oneing it up all through this book. Right? All through this book. The one the Holy One of Israel. It's all through here. Right? Dang. Okay, let's look at some of these. He also shortens that. He shortens it down to just And that's a natural noise that we make. We call him. We call him all the time and we don't even know it. Wow. He's going to be natural. He's the first. Right? Things wasn't confused when he got first dibs on everything. So he's very simple. The natural ways we are, the way a baby talks, that's Hebrew.
Wow.
Babies are born, they come out, they naturally got the Abba, Gada, they naturally got that. They're not born saying the left Beth Gimel, you know what I'm saying? Nah, that's man did that.
Wow.
Babies is bringing the Abba God.
Wow, I had never thought about that. Wow.
And
wow.
Yeah. That's the truth there. The Abba God. That's how a baby is talking. And he is the And everything is attached to that. Every emotion. Something is funny, what you say. Ah. You just got off work. It's hot. You get your cold drink. You plop down on the couch. You kicked your feet up. You took a sip of that cold drink. What did you say? Ah. Something scared you. What did you say? You was chilling and something just popped out from the side view real quick. Ah! Right? Somebody hurt you. What you say? Ah. Right?
Yeah.
You was calling the Father. Wow. You was calling the Ah. You was calling him.
Wow. Wow.
And we're going to go through here. We're going to look at some of these scriptures where they're dropping this. You know, what about you got hit with a new revelation, something you didn't know, and you were seeking, and you found it out. You finally found it out. What did you say? Aha.
Ah.
Aha.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Where was I at? Psalms? No, I don't want Psalms. Yeah, we're going to look at all of these. It's a lot of them. They're calling his name constantly in this book. Any shock. It's all through here. I'm drawing the precepts out right now. We're gonna look at a few of these. Just a few. Just a few I'm gonna pull out. Let's get these. Let's get these on the screen real quick. If we can see those. Psalm 35 and 21. Yea, they opened their mouths wide against me and said, Aha, aha, our eye has seen it. Right? They call the Father when they do that. Psalm 35 and 25. Let them not say in their hearts, Ah, so would we have it. Let them not say, we have swallowed him up. Psalm 40 and 15. Let them be desolate for a reward of their shame that say unto me, Aha, aha. Isaiah 1 and 4. Ah, sinful nation. You know, you and you put one finger in the air. Ah, right? So revelation, you call the Most High with that, right? Ah, sinful nation, the people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters, that have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backwards. The Holy One. That's I. That's another one. That'll be another I if we was reading this in Hebrew, right? Everywhere there's a one, there's gonna be a I, right? Isaiah 1:24, therefore saith the Lord of hosts, the mighty one of Israel, I will ease me of mine adversaries and avenge me of mine enemies. Right? The mighty one of Israel. That's in a cluster of a bunch of his titles, and then it goes into his name. It's calling him, right? Therefore saith who? The Lord. Who else? The Lord of hosts. Who else? The mighty one of Israel. Who else? Ah. Case closed.
Wow.
That's it. It's over. That's his name. Ahaya Yasha. Ah in Yasha. Who is that? The one, the head, the highest, Father, all that. Strongest, all of those is attached to that number one. It's the first. Dad ain't number two, he's number one. He ain't 3, 4, or 5. He's the I, he's the number one. That's the Father. The Son, his name is Savior. Hebrew names match the people.
On. Wow.
Right, let's get that one. And she was getting ready to name him, right? Just how Ishi breaks down. That woke so many up, that joint. Praise the Most High for that. Right? But Matthew 1:20-21. But while he thought on these things, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a dream, saying, Joseph, thou son of David, fear not to take unto thee Mary thy wife, for that which is conceived in her is of the Holy Spirit. Right? And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins. Now, when we put that Savior in there instead of the Jesus, after we proved his name was Yasha, What is Yasha in English? It's Savior, right? It's Savior. So we're going to put Savior there instead of Jesus, and we're going to see how that sounds, right? 21, and she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Savior, for he shall save his people from their sins. You see that? That's originally supposed to say Savior. And it will say that if you take that Jesus. Didn't we just trace that? It went from that Jesus. It took us to Yehoshua. We clicked the Yehoshua to the root of that, and it took us to Yasha. Case closed. Case closed. Praise the Most High. You know, and that's how that came alive when I start studying and tracing and doing all of this stuff, you know. And I found that years.
I really think that
Huh?
I really think that's the biggest thing is just the studying to show yourself approved. Is that so many, when they're calling on all of these names or referencing all of these other names, they aren't studying. They aren't going to the root. They aren't doing that deep study that we all should be doing. So,
yeah, because all praises to the Most High anytime. But brothers ain't serious. I noticed that too. You know, we don't apply our true heart. You know, we like to play a lot. You know, we're not sincere. You know, I remember picking the name. You know, I remember hearing Yahushua, Yehoshua, Yahshua, all of that. I liked it how Yahshua sounds, so I chose that. And that's what I called him for a while. Right? I just liked it how it sounded. And I stood on that. You know? And I hadn't been in no book. I didn't open no book. I didn't know how to study or nothing at this time. I chose from the name that they was, you know, giving. I definitely didn't.
right.
I definitely didn't want to hold on real quick. My fault. I think this might be important. My fault. My fault. Answer that real quick. What was we saying? What were we talking about? You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. No, it was just that, that we call on those names, or others are calling on those names because it's what they're familiar with. It's what they've been conditioned to, and that nobody is doing that work to truly break it down like this. So, Sawada, all praises to the Most High.
Yeah, ask Chantel, is that clear?
Oh, she went to bed about like 15 minutes ago.
Okay.
But
Okay.
she'll watch it later. I'm sure she will. She's praises.
Yeah.
It's just amazing the work that the Most High is doing, and I'm so thankful that this is all coming like it is, and
Yeah, all praises to the
Wow.
Most High. Dang, what time? Dang, we've been at this almost 4 hours. Time to get off of here. How many people even in here? Let's see who hung on. Trying to shut this thing down. Okay. Yeah, we get on off of here now. Can't believe it ain't kicking me off and all that.
All praises, because I was telling Chantel earlier, anytime that there's something that the spirit wants to get out, that you know that signal wants to mess up. So, all praises.
Yeah.
Shalom, Shalom family.
All right, Shalom, sister. Speak to y'all later. Yeah, it was blessed, y'all. Another conference down. We just got in here and hung out on a Tuesday night. About to get me something to drink and hang out. Figure out something for us to talk about tomorrow. Go live. I am now editing the Shepherd, the Good Shepherd, Bad Shepherd. Oh man, I didn't know what I had. I just hit the record button and went into the spirit, right? And then killed it and put it on private and set it to the side for editing. And I started editing it today, and man, I can't wait to get this one done and get this one back up for us. Crystal clear, the picture. Crystal clear demonstration, right? So look for that one. That's going to be the next one. Father willing to go up is the Good Shepherd, Bad Shepherd, right? When you see it, share it. Right, all of this stuff, y'all. Let's get this out. Let's get this word out and just, grab a few more. Reach out our tentacles, for our people, for our chosen few. We ain't trying to take over the world. We just want our few up out of there. That's it. Collect us a few more lovers, you know what I'm saying? Turn them out to the 1 Corinthians chapter 13, right? The love chapter. That's all. Go ahead on, Satan. Have your earth. We know you take the greatest number with you. That's cool. Just give us our remnant up out of there. Give us our cherry off the top of your cake, right? That's all we want. That's all the Most High want. It's just his few. Right. It's only a remnant, y'all. Right? So, on our way out, let's hit it one time. Just read these words. Brother Perry, Elder Brother Perry hung up. Right, or else he would have been taking us out with the prayer. But right? Let's go on and let's do this one here. Slovakia, trying to pull this up. First Corinthians chapter 13 from the top. Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, and have not charity, I am become a sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. Verse 2. And though I have the gift of prophecy, and understand all mysteries, and all knowledge, and though I have all faith, so that I could remove mountains, and have not charity, I am nothing. 3. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, and have not charity, it profiteth me nothing. 4. Charity suffereth long, and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up. 5. Does not behave itself unseemly, seeketh not her own, is not easily provoked, thinketh no evil. 6. Rejoiceth not in iniquity, but rejoiceth in the truth. 7. Beareth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things. 8. Charity never faileth, but whether there be prophecies, they shall fail. Whether there be tongues, they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away. 9. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. 10. But when that which is perfect is come, then that which is in part shall be done away. 11. When I was a child, I spake as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things. 12. For now we see through a glass, darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know even as also I am known. 13. And now abideth faith, hope, charity, these 3, but the greatest of these is charity. Glory be unto the Most High, Ahaya. Bahasham Yashaya Wawawak Kodash Kakamawath.